people, this your girl Highest Theory, and we are inside KSS Studios. You understand? I'm seated here with great people. What do they feel about this sitting? Be say a day plus the dollar man. You understand? He go bring more money. Forget a grad that way. Sammy Jennifer give up. Right after the show, me I go collect my own. We dey Ghana here. 10th May. Oh, ejabo. He can't reach. He can't land. All about the TGMAs. Your artist win or you know win. Everybody want to know who won the artist of the year, and finally we got to know who won it. But the funny thing where catch my eye be say, as they mention King, no, where one King raising his shoulders was say nothing do my shoulder. I mean where they call King. Where the man and the woman they say King promise. No way, Opana, relax, boss. So we are in the studios. We are going to digest, discuss. If you know if you watch, we go make you go know everything will happen for that place. Some artists they owe TGMAs because they don't perform well. They sound to the ECG, them waste prepaid. You never them waste resources. The government for arrest them dentists. Comments, because you be part of it. I'm not doing this alone. I'm doing this with Her Excellency
Nana Amafosua. And today's edition, Charlie, today's episode is a very special one. This is a little out of the regular because the people seated, you don't want to know. Now we call this episode Aftermath of TGMA. We can't digest what went wrong, what killed it for you, and what didn't. That be all we come talk about for here. And from the entrance, production, red carpet, I give it to TGMA and the whole Charterhouse crew. But then we still believe that a lot of things did not go on well. I am not here to do all of that today. Like my sister Eri said, and then your host. And so we're going to keep it on the low. But though we're going to throw some fire, but we're still going to keep it on the low. Now, introducing who I have in the studio with me. My far left, Eri. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to lift the left for you to do the intro. And then I'll do from the right. What do you see? So from right, we have the PR for the Beam Nation.
Yep.
Very loud.
Make some noise! The performance, the trend.
Yes. So you see, I do not know how, ever since Vida joined the team, okay, she has added some twist to the whole vibe, to the whole camp. And she always does it for me, okay. It's funny how an artist has won Artist of the Year. And like we know in Ghana, an artist wins and then for a whole week, they are the topic for discussion everywhere. But see, an artist has won and another artist is making headlines. Even true.
Nobody's making headline. It's King Promise for Artist of the Year.
But everybody's talking about. Who is talking about Stoneboy's? Everybody on social media. Go on social media. Go to the girls, offices everywhere.
If they can't do this, make we compare performance to.
I beg. We are not there yet. So let me introduce. From my far right. We have Vida Edutumwa, the woman with so much energy. Hi, Vida.
Hello.
So Vida is the PR for the Burniton Music Group.
Sheldon today.
Check
his tweets last night. What did he?
No. You see, listen.
What did you tweet last night?
I said Stoneboy had the best performance. He's the top performer.
Some stars around it.
Oh yes, I said it.
So
which one are the designer?
No.
Easy.
Which one are you talking
about? The performance you were.
Oh no. I mean, I was moved.
You were moved.
Yes.
We'll get there.
No.
Oh, that's not a problem.
We'll get there. So
acknowledgement.
Seated next to Vida, we have the man of the moment, MC Hype's Man of the Year, and I'll see this year. So you still they take out.
Back to back like a spinal cord.
The reggae award, no?
For 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years. Stoneboy the win, so into the continue.
So this year, I'm still going to leave it for him. But next year, no, seminar will be 200. So you understand? Yes. So I have with me the hype man, the MC of the moment, the whole Ghana, Charlie. On that note, airline be Ghana's airline. Right now, we can see.
Yes.
This
is a humble plea.
Because
the way our portfolio free Kumasi Badebia is wrong. Hour for
hour passion. Yes, hour passion.
Hour now 2 hours.
I put your bay on pass. If you've
always perform, I'm a passenger.
this.
Oh, Charlie,
It's not funny anymore. The way father the day my
It be normal.
I took offense. Mama no.
It be love.
So MC portfolio we did paper show.
I would say the portfolio.
We do not know your name.
Now come Met Gala now.
Met Gala. Mr. KSS Ahani and Met Gala.
They do cook Met Gala.
And the Met Gala no mo do kupana.
Now who will be earrings baby tree for me now. Who will there who say
And then your air fashion.
a parody one.
Hey, yes.
But I look good in that though.
Thank you. You're not looking bad yourself. So we have MC portfolio.
Right.
On my left, I talk him already. The dollar man. He come with a lot of dollar. The one way Sami J, if you go give a grad that way problem come. Me too, I go take my own, but my own go be silent. I have here the boss himself, Kwadwo, Sheldon.
Jabo.
Oh, but you be fine, oh.
I
I tell you.
Oh, having some other person.
Yeah, you see, they see for the social media top. They say your head, you know, fine, you be fine, man. And I'll buy an ice knitting.
With this level of fooling the movie.
But you be fine, man. You be
Oh, but
fine.
yesterday you stole the red carpet.
Yeah.
One of the people that.
Where you
stole
come
it.
now,
Mega
see
Fist
scanty.
Canty too.
Yeah,
But the yombo be plenty. The yombo be plenty.
That one, they are not fit talk some.
The yombo.
But yeah, we
there.
always the advice and say make a limit time because young boy.
The last time Ellie came do the thing do but you still open and take quota or the road they don't do no. It be scanty will be the reason.
Hey,
Right,
scanty
I
I
have
don't talk
here
some.
again, Mr. Coca, aka Mr. Alidu.
AKA Kaneu.
He go talk.
The reason why we're here, allow.
Did you ever come
So, Sheldon, let me start from you. Your whole observation about yesterday's TGMA.
First of all, I don't even know the reason why. So the show closed around
4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Yeah.
We have been doing this. They have been organizing this award show for 26 years. We have been complaining about this same problem.
Yeah.
They keep repeating it. So media, I've taken it to. I'm going to take it to my grave that these people are not going to learn. They are not going to do anything about it. So we'll move there. Okay. But apart from that, you see, last year on the red carpet, it was chaotic. There was so much heat on the red carpet that, bro, it was crazy. But this year, there was a bit of coordination where they went to do the red carpet stuff. I think, they were able to contain people. They didn't allow everyone to come on the red carpet. As to the things that people wore on the carpet, I'm not a fashion police. I don't sew dresses and shirts, but some people should have done better or could have done better. And I don't know who is it. Someone actually tweeted that we need a creative director for some of these things. Because on the red carpet before I heard that there was a theme for the red carpet, which is made in Ghana style. What I saw on the red carpet, some be made in Tahiti, Vietnam, Kuwait. Pakistan, Kuwait, Turkey. So people were not on theme. So if they had, let's say, a creative director who was going to communicate this thing and direct, there's going to be some coordination and synchronization and things. But I didn't see that. But at the end of the day, people too went there and they dressed nicely and everything. So for the performances and everything there, Charlie, I don't know, bro. Only one artist, did what he was supposed to do. He went out there and delivered top tier performance. All the other people that came on stage, then they owe us. King Promise the owe we. Kweku Smoke the owe we.
The artist of the year.
I mean, yes, artist of the year, but his performance wasn't that.
Poor.
Yes, I mean, I'm just saying it. B-Strap, they no cry, they also parking Kunyan. And all the other one. But at the end of the day, overall, I'm going to give it 5/10. Okay. There is more room for improvement because if you have been organizing an award show for 26 years and you keep repeating same mistakes each and every, you know what it takes to amass that kind of experience. 26 years. If you work in a company for 26 years, you are a senior person. Like you have seen everything. But these people, they go in and they organize the award each and every year and they repeat the same mistake. We can't keep living like that. Stonebwoy came on stage. Everyone in the auditorium stood up. It's not because he's Stonebwoy. It's because they know that man is on stage. Yeah. Any other artist that came on stage, it was a abysmal performance. 0/10. And that is not what we are supposed to experience. Do you know how much people paid for tickets? 700 Ghana cedis. If I want to know who won the artist of the year, I'll go stay home. The value prop for VGMs is the performance. If we are not getting it right, to award show will be unqualified. But big ups to Stonebwoy.
Right. Big up to Stone Boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is not me from fooling though, because bro, the sound. I sat in the auditorium. Some came on stage and their mics were not working. He came on stage and everything started working. So here is the thing. I don't know if it is because if Stoneboy comes on stage and everything is working, why is it not working for other artists? Is it sabotage from some people? Because if we can have a performance like Stoneboy where there is no glitch in sound, there is no glitch in light. Everything, the choreographers and everything, there is coordination and everything. Why can't we replicate that for other artists? Why is it working for him alone on the same platform with the same band people, with the same light that they are planning, and it's not working for other artists? It doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, it should make sense.
How is it making sense? I don't understand.
He has mastered his craft and is a continuous investment in the same craft. Just trying to add more things to make it fine. Wafro Bia, at the end of the first time,
but they called them to come and do rehearsals. They told me, one of the organizers actually told me that on the night of the event, when some artists came for rehearsals.
Yes,
that's what they did. So you cannot use 30 minutes to rehearse.
So Stoneboy always exports.
Okay.
Whatever I've done previously, I edit, then I do my corrections. Then the new thing that wowed you is put in.
So that should be the blueprint.
Because he understands what he is doing. Only Pakona, but no for vision to say Stoneboy.
Yeah, but you see, every artist, you strive to be better.
No, until so better as I say, Obu on the biggest show, Babu only we are no boy. No.
Yeah, so that is you see, when you
do Jimmy for at the time, Obu say, Nipa about
Mr. Coca, let me tell you something. You see,
Sheldon, okay. We don't put the technical side, no, in the hands of any ordinary person.
Right.
So you bring in your own technical
yes. So there's somebody who is focusing on the screen, or syncing images, no, with the theme that he performed. This year, no, our theme was a sonic pilgrimage of power and people.
Now they don't Egyptian.
If Ankh, no,
okay,
I said eternal life, both spiritually and physically, and even after the
afterlife,
extra power. Second, no. Sometimes they can identify if ebusian free your social class, but just by your hairstyle and how our booty. Ya kwa it would trialbo. And I said, oh, 2 minutes away you're powerful, so I would trialbo. And that was the hairstyle that Stoneboy put up there. If you allow me, I can go through systematically.
No, we don't have to go through it. We just want to comment on the performance.
So we have your sound. There's somebody taking absolute.
So if people didn't use the TGMAs sound,
we would never do that.
And you pay them from your pocket.
Yes, it was an 80-man. 80. We fielded 80 people
for the performance.
Alone. So Edru Baby National House Class said the past that we are giving them the door. So we're like, this is what we need to be able to have a successful performance. Okay. And he was surrounded by his orchestra and a gold mask. The gold mask as a sacred anonymity. Into no yes a spiritual being na opie in the midst of the darkness na or share fitano.
Yeah.
And prayer no it was to make a statement to the world. Something no left we yet. And with the hate and the disrespect going on
nobody
in the
hates
game.
him.
No, maybe I won't hate.
Nobody hates him.
Maybe I won't hate.
Nobody don't create some imaginary enemies
No.
Nobody hates him. Ubia hates Stoneboy. When he came
a lot they hate him.
Nobody hate him.
Listen, Sheldon.
Yeah.
There was streets in this.
Street. Who was street?
May I underestimate you?
No, so intimate patrol, let's allow it because she coming from the camp, maybe there are certain things that she would should experience.
My bad.
Exactly. So you create a spiritual mood, no? Not you reflect Stoneboy as higher power now. You reflect reverence onto Ghana phoning. So you create a scene of a sanctuary with that first appearance now, and now the Egyptian uncle, you try to say you crap power with our hairstyle and everything, and you transition smoothly into the prayer song, and that song was to make a statement. So no matter how I vilify or not, empire and a reply. What's my say? So the vilification from back and forth, they won't go for more acknowledge. Say star power no was true, but then again there was a support, which is okay. However, I'll be attacking. Yeah, the prayer, the Bible, the baby, a bit kusa. So now you're moving on to the high life side. No, so below. Now say you introduce you joy and you groove kakra. So I been now home na ya bro masi.
Okay.
The sanctuary scene ya bro masi ama. So sacred anonymity that has to do with the orchestra. Now you're free muna then we entered the energy eruption stage.
Yeah.
When you the club bangers no buy. We know what pull up air, bawasaba go higher. Into hono you free huma you connected to the physical beings and more on to say Sheldon who feel club bangers no into you're connected to the core and also to the streets. Now on to the song Fire. Yeah, Sheldon release here, but I'm on 40 that song when Stoneboy visited Adebayo in Togo.
Yeah.
He cried Ojani the best show. So Usha, yeah, the dancers that came in, Incredible Ziggy and the others, no more silver. Sa silver na kokwe to say coating beer in as much as Stoneboy Gina Jim no. Sa silver no Emma Ojani reflection no.
They protect them.
Yes, you're protecting even in the midst of fire. No, he's highly protected. Into a contrasting any reflection, any distraction. Metaphorically, creatively, no, he was untouched. Even though Ojina Ejemu. Now the final set piece was JJJ. Amount for the video no so much. And we wanted to relive what you saw on the video. No wonder say we need video of the year. We wanted amount for to see how a video near enacted on stage. And we brought in a pastor, a policeman, a trader, just to know say no resonating with every class, no matter a juma or yes or high class, middle class. We all know the political season so dominating year pass. So we just wanted to relive that. Then on to the outro no. Dancers from the northern side. Ebe ball. Or drums, no, and I weave a cloth, the northern style, no, just to say a cano supremacy na ye man of sa reverence na ye de begu ne kon as a way I guess signify royalty, sovereignty, and return to the roots. Na ye man for say regardless of the ABC no or your reigning king.
Hey.
So to answer Sheldon's question, not just say you didn't leave all of the production, or you
no,
didn't
we
leave
will.
anything at all.
Directed the whole team.
There's a whole team. I was in the team. This you're discussing for about 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
The whole set. It was on paper, and we lifted it from the paper onto the stage. Into your designing about 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
But 2 weeks because BB otunensa crapper it has a meaning. Atade color obeshe it has a meaning. The people surrounding every little detail on that stage was well curated.
Okay.
See a bell lift into movie from an era you do an anyhow performance. No way. There's a story you better tell it with every performance. The dark cloud we always create a silhouette feel no around Nechino. Say na beya opie no shefita you know say a home kesi be pia ukrasa to me over the craft no. So we don't leave it for Chatterhouse alone.
Oh, okay.
For since Thursday midnight. We've been back to back dress rehearsal. Everything is tailored to suit a creative high power beer.
Right, that's some good work has been put in there. But then, so Vida, your general observation.
Okay.
Apart from Stoneboy's performance and all of that.
General observation, anytime your Bayer program be say, I realize how much we need space in terms of venues. Field day activities we to say award scheme. No, I mean, it gives you church vibes.
That's all they are. Sorry, again.
And there was a way that we wanted Stoneboy to appear on the stage, because of the space limit.
Yeah,
and then watching say. So we had to make do with Riser now. You did see 15 or so anytime this comes, I'm just praying say. We should see this
event space.
We need it. And you're clamping together. Like Obi walking through it's so disturbing, and I want them to also work on it because Obi's original you can't see the stage, so they need to work on that. And now Kofo mo climb the stage without having any business with the winners of the category. What is this?
Family and friends.
Are you talking
about Archipelago?
What? Like,
I know come home.
No, Charlie.
Hey, it was just chaotic.
It was just chaotic. And no coin or bad.
Yeah.
What are we? Yeah,
Actually, I didn't know Palago was part of Smoke's team, and the fact that he was giving the mic to I don't know. But anyway, that's
now in terms of performance.
Was he part?
No, but Palago literally was part of the early stages of.
Yeah, but
his
if you
career.
want to make a statement,
not officially, not as a team member. I know
career.
that. No. But I DCM so where I am.
Wine career.
Smoke.
Do you know?
Actually, Palago is like a godfather. Of that day.
Yeah, but I get it.
but wait, no,
I just think he never posted.
I think
Smoke agenda was from us.
So no, you can only challenge the locus. No, he's a locus. You can only challenge his locus.
Yes.
But like I'm saying, I wanted to establish the relationship they have.
Now we all have relationship with the artists.
That's fine. These are two different conversations. By that is raising a genuine concern, which I think say laudable. Say we need to know the license those people have in connection with the awardees. Yeah. But then you were trying to establish the relationship, like the link of Palago.
I don't know.
And I was only telling you that he was part of
the Godfather.
But if you're going to talk about all of the people that have been a part of a particular artist craft, we'll have a whole
that was just by the by day. No,
so let me just Sheldon, I don't agree with you saying say upside Stone Boy. The others is you.
Okay, cool.
I mean, Kiddie performance.
Okay, Daughters of Glorious.
Kiddie performance did it for me. It was a simple set. I say the Last Supper set,
Okay.
And if you have image, of the Last Supper, I say you did it for the last night. The BCB and Yankupon.
Now, Lomo Last Supper.
No. But he created no. Listen. He created fun around theme. I'm not part of this. I'm not. Listen, I'm not part of the creative team. No, but watching him, I could tell. So we're creating some fun and excitement around the Last Supper table idea that we have. Wow, and also Famille.
Yeah.
Famille did fantastic.
Yeah.
The way he switched from the Ode Sisimi into transition into very soon. It did it for me. So for me, in my top 3, Stone Boy, highest. I'll put Kiddie. No, I'll come on now. It was very Kiddie,
but this is
very
unanimous.
engaging.
You know this is unanimous.
Very engaging.
Yeah, the performance is
unanimous.
I'll rank Kiddie, Kwadwo Michael Jackson. I'll rank him second, and then Famille will come
number 3.
Third. Daughters, electrify, but let me down on the costume a little bit. Yeah, on the costumes.
These are all just trying to be.
Hey,
these are all these just trying to be themselves organically and connect with how we used to see Christian music way back and how it was presented to us.
That's how.
This is no disrespect. I'm just saying a little because my style icons for a very long time. No doubt.
Style?
Yes, because of how I ban African print, representing and almost style. Within that league now.
You find this expectation of mom high.
Within that league now, you find Mami Fono wanting to sew a daughter's kind of style. It was just a little, not to disrespect, but a little let down based on how I may follow on style till now. No, you see, I was looking forward to the performance.
What about EC's performance?
It was settling. It was a settling performance.
And I think it's the most ideal
our unique sound. And Yao Darling, I was looking forward to Darling unsung. It wasn't bad. I mean, for a startup, because when he said now, he has a lot of inspiration around him. He could tap from anywhere.
What about Kim Paluta's performance?
Kim Paluta, I loved it. Okay. It was an improvement from last year.
True, and but he was shouting at some point.
The trick was the infusion of rap, that side,
he was shouting when he was rapping.
It did it for me, but money kakra. I think what or the hype man by when he was transitive from Wako ne bangers, sometimes you need to make use of the hype man. Look at what OG the MC did with the opening.
OG is OG.
That's an
poetic.
icing.
I mean, Charlie, it's a BS Pandora's box, for other MCs, hype men to also tap into and make almost inclusion to the team something worthwhile. What am I say? So the rap thing did it for me. compared to last year, Kim Promise compared to last year's, I call that performance the water gun performance. Compared to this year, the end of the day, I've seen a little improvement.
Yeah, there's improvement.
Yes,
but
there's
then
improvement.
I think there was auto-tune for his voice. He wasn't performing like that raw kind of voice that he.
I don't think on your support, but
yeah, it was just the auto-tune and nah, bro. You have to be a performer. I know that. No, be a penny. Why?
It's Yembu Bana.
No, who be saying?
That way you say
Yembu Bana.
Why not any?
What's my best performance?
What's your take on
I'm not his boy.
But what's your comparison?
Okay.
Why near can was him?
Artist of the year.
Why near can
Who is the artist of the year? What is the ultimate award?
Why now tweet?
Nobody awards.
But you know that when people are in soccer matches, having won the match, there's still room for discussion for who had the ball possession.
Yeah,
right. Which is also another.
Who won the trophy?
No, yes, I know. Yes. That is what I'm saying. That
I do have ball possession.
No, but who has won it twice?
Bro,
we are not going on that
Sheldon, I understand. I understand.
Do they give award for best performance?
No, listen.
Nobody cares.
Listen. Say all year will line up for the year. Definitely are going to list or perform. Yeah, we made issue many portfolio now.
People will still list.
Please, can I land? Hey.
Well, are you our or passion?
Issue-based analysis.
Yeah.
And some of these things, portfolio, PR, this season, we're listing some of these things as check boxes for their you get it. And that is why it's important for us to mention. Anything I did 2 years who say Beam Festival, I did David Obey, the Spice by we stage, a very huge concert. You did 2 years who anything I bought Paluta switch, he said, Nanke who being here saying Konosubit me a stage on Wankasa Nadia. You get it. So I understand your enthusiasm. Last line. I understand Sheldon when enthusiasm. This is a novelty for you and the team. And I are therefore from we need that. Why we need that?
No. But he has won award.
No. It's about the artist of the year.
It's a novelty.
You know what happened?
No, they will allow you a grace period.
It's not like
it's a novelty for you. I understand your enthusiasm.
He's not going to
think
win.
so?
Why do you say so?
Oh, you think
Because
so?
Kim Promise is coming back.
What?
What shows Stonebwoy is guaranteed? That's what I'm saying. Do you think Stonebwoy is going to win an award?
No.
What are you talking about?
No other artist
Sheldon, stop misbehaving.
I'm not misbehaving. I'm telling you the fact.
Reality.
Stop
Because
misbehaving.
he's not the only one going to release an album.
People
People are going to release an album.
People
are going to work.
We're just 5 months into the year. There's still 7
Never
months.
go go there,
A lot
never
can
go.
happen. A lot can
Free
happen. But
enterprise.
then, so I've heard all of you talk about performance portfolio. Nobody's talking about Beast-Trap's performance.
I know what it goes.
Beast-Trap.
Stage no then by go my high.
Okay.
Na girl now we be no heading.
You don't understand the concept.
I think Coca, we didn't understand Stonebwoy's own.
Stage in this one,
No. You are not the creative director for his performance. You can have your
no, listen. Relax. No, we watch Stonebwoy's own, but with
you have your own money to purchase your ticket, but they still determine the team of the whole event.
Allow portfolio to.
I'm not even answering to that. I'm not going to take the shine away from the gentleman. I'm just also giving a perspective.
Listen,
we are talking about the best new artist. His achievement the year and the review alone is enough for us to give him a tap on the back. The gentleman in just a year has given Ghana 2 monster hits, done 2 monster collaborations with Sarkodie.
That is why I'm surprised nobody's talking about that.
And then had pushing them to win the best
Maybe he had a reason for that.
So you see,
exactly,
Coca.
Look, I'm not here to defend Beast-Trap.
That's just
me. But what I'm saying is, the gentleman, yes, he is equally. People take advantage of the scheme to learn.
Exactly.
No, I would want you can rate the gentleman. Look, if you want to criticize, right? Then you say, okay, based on this one, maybe vocal ranges, you need to see. But generally, you can't condemn the gentleman as if he had an abysmal performance all through and through.
He actually can, because that's his opinion.
Okay.
He actually.
Bibi obeye o nyina ye yifiri mu kwa ye nkai so show
here.
Oh, but just like any other, but
Paluta, yeah, can
Ghana's biggest discovery in 2024. Give him that credit.
I am happy.
That's fact.
I am happy to say discovery because the discovery ni nail. Obetina wa say boni aye betu afiri ho.
Koka, we won't have you talk about an artist.
You see, I've always had.
Mr. The court was
listen.
There's a way you can criticize.
Double standards. The whole Ghana double. This.
Not the way.
No, double standard is because he sat on TV not recently that even if an artist go wayward, we should find a way
to correct them. Criticizing.
Listen, is this constructive? Is this constructive? How does this even make the person better?
Exactly. So
how you are writing the person up when there are other highlights that a person brought onto the stage, and you are rubbishing the entire artistry of the. No, you can't criticize, but based on certain. Oh, I was not impressed about this and that.
Exactly.
However, you can't take away the fact that the concept of the fly girl, which is the most monster hit the guy got in there, was exactly what was exemplified or replicated on the stage. So find a way to vent.
Say it.
But then be fair to the discussion. The gentleman is Ghana's biggest discovery from Kumarika. Put some respect on Bistraf's name, please. Right. Then that notwithstanding, I understand why Vida has so much brags today. I mean, when it's about Stonebwoy, you know, I'm a little bit biased. That one day, I know. And I am glad that
PK for no. Paluta so we.
Please, I'll appreciate if you can mute.
Let's talk and then
first employer there say be so man good name.
Koka, please allow us.
See,
Koka, please allow us.
You know one thing that it be. Say you be biased towards someone who always gives you a reason to justify the bias.
Thank you. I don't pen and person.
Okay, no problem.
You the bias. That is why unanimously. Though we could have all gone at Vida for saying certain things, but because it's unanimous, you can't even take a single thing out of the
I challenge you, take one out.
That is what I'm saying.
Take one out.
Even if he's challenging, I mean, she's
challenging. You creative.
You don't have anything.
No, that's why you can't even because even
there is none.
No, that is what I'm saying. That no. What I'm rather defending Vida that if Vida is speaking on Stonebwoy's performance, people take it that because she doubles as the PR, that is why she's giving all these very juicy accolades. However, even if she's biased, the gentleman still give you a reason to defend your biasness. Yes. No, I'm just saying, we in the capacity as the portfolio as PR. Whatever he's saying, it's unanimously agreed over here that Stonebwoy makes excellence so normal that I don't know if even he sees it as
Can we have a round of applause for?
On my excellence, no man too complimenting is so excellent. And that is Stonebwoy for you.
Yeah, look, that's true.
Anytime he sells beyond, people think music, awards scheme performance or music event performance are just about entertainment. But guess what? He sells more than entertainment. He sells literature. He sells class. He sells varieties of things at the same time. He sells spirituality.
The art of storytelling.
He sells spirituality and
No.
Last year, I was the one who was actually doing the breakdown of his performances. When they got and last year, let me talk about last year. When the man entered with that poetic thing, you see, though Manoji had been released, but because it was a record that was not too popular as at then, when they started and then he started singing, people started doing the breakdown because it's predominantly in Ewe. And people started doing breakdown. And a performance, while his performance is going on, that he's stealing our attention, he also generates conversation within ourselves. And you will releasing that, they will release you. And he says, then you get the whole room doing Kwadwo Sheldon at that time. Breakdown, instant breakdown in the auditorium. That is how the star power command that Stonebwoy has. And that's what I'm saying, sir. I can confidently say that if Stonebwoy equally exit the scheme, it will take nothing away from his brand. However, the reverence he put on the scheme, just like he put on any other festival,
that's true.
It's what is so commendable.
That's true. Because if you remove him from inside, imagine Stonebwoy
surviving. Stonebwoy. So imagine TGMA without Stonebwoy.
No, means
something. He is also the reason why TGMA is attracted to these youngins. Yeah. Because at a point in time, there was a narrative out there that was creating a disconnect of the new generation and TGMA. But anytime they watch Stonebwoy on, it gives them a rethink that, So it has put that on that pedestal that, look, let me confidently say,
actually, the day they will lose him, it will be so.
Bro, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Sheldon, I want to say something little. It's because for us as a brand and a team, we've not allowed public perception. Why you watch it when you need we don't entertain
because
that.
There are artists like
we don't.
We don't. Like this.
And
the last time he performed,
we will re-energize and revitalize your thoughts with another crazy performance. And so we don't allow.
So one thing I've applauded him consistently.
Yeah.
It's about how you keep a deaf ear to some of the comments like, and I will fight TGMA work up too much. What the F? Do you know why Sarkodie calls himself the most decorated artist? That is still playing out in his favor. Anytime there's comparison in good conversation. You the rapper Sam, you the tear the metaphor, you the tear the simile, the after all, he's Ghana's most decorated rapper. And that decoration is because of his consistency with TGMA that has given him a lot of awards in his catalog that he can proudly walk chest up and shoulder high with. I get in it. Yeah. And so now I'm saying that the biggest asset to TGMA's production right now
is true. We know that one is a fact.
I get in it.
Yeah, that's
now
not
on to the next thing.
Yeah.
You see, Dingo, I disagree with you on certain comments you made.
Okay.
Dingo, until recently, you were not an outside person like that. You said if they lock yourself for your cupboard inside. It be recently that you see the art, you will go out. So if you see the facelift, the transitioning, the improvements that the scheme has undergone, the evolution over the years to be here, you rate this in 11/10. Bro, see,
bro, let's be serious.
Don't
what are you talking about?
Don't project the inefficiency.
What are you talking about?
That is his opinion.
You know why I'm rating them, bro.
You know how many.
No.
Continue.
You know how many schemes that comes with the same energy and aesthetics then fold. You know what it takes to No, I'm saying Bass Awards no come. Foresight TV Awards no come. This Music Awards no come. 26 years, Chatterhouse still there from the give validation to an artist. And look, you know what Trace this year? Trace Nigeria was artists they go heels and a year over it. Bro, if you want all these awards that we revere for Africa, if you compare to what Chatterhouse they do over here, you go give one a paper Thompson.
How old is Trace Awards?
Bro, I don't have fact to it.
You don't have a fact to it?
Yes.
I don't think they've organized Trace Awards for like even
10 years.
10 years. Bro, let me tell you, see, do you know what 26 years of experience means?
Bro, that is why you have to.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this question, bro. How many times have we complained about the fact that an award show for not cross to like 1 a.m.?
Yeah. Bro, you see.
Meba, answer me. How many times?
Genuine consent.
How many times?
Genuine consent.
It's a consent.
Genuine consent.
Cool down. How many times have you complained about red carpet?
Genuine consent.
How many times have you complained about
but
sound?
I think they did well with the red carpet.
That's what I'm saying.
With the red carpet, they were
why are we celebrating mediocrity?
Last year red carpet was bad.
Are you aware there was
improvements?
I'm coming. Sheldon, last year red carpet was off.
Ask him how you got to the red carpet. No,
Sheldon, let's just give it to that. Last year red carpet was just bad.
I walked to the red.
Really walked there.
Yeah. Bro, who walked there?
I was conveyed in a luxurious S class.
That is why.
No, just like any other person.
No. You see, when you sit in the position of privilege, you don't see
what you didn't come on time.
Let me tell you something,
bro.
You are arguing from a perspective of an experiential that you got on the night of the event. What I went through on the night of event, if I want to tell you right now, you will go sit somewhere.
Were you there last year?
I was there last year. Okay. I was there this year.
And the same thing.
Listen, that is why in my
share your audio. Share your audio.
Share your audio. In my presentation, I said there has been an improvement. Okay. Because last year it was chaotic on the red carpet. They allowed just everyone on the red carpet. Yeah. So there were a lot of people like. Even if you are interviewing someone will come cross you and this year, reduce. We had similar incidents.
I think one of the videos.
Yeah, in our videos. Let me talk.
Look, Dingo. What I'm saying.
Portfolio. I do not mean to catch you, but then you see what you were talking about being cruising in some luxurious. I had the same experience.
Okay, thank you.
Last year I represented. I had the same.
Right.
And it was not just me. My team.
Because you stuck to the time, stipulated time that was given.
I was late.
But listen.
Okay, so
what do you mean by? You watch your S class. You were not young. What you talk about? What S class were you? I was there. What are you talking about?
I was late myself. I didn't do
This year, we dey talk about this year.
I was there at 8 o'clock. What are you talking about?
Ask his complimentary card then, or his
Portfolio.
invite.
Wait time they write for top.
They're right for top.
Portfolio.
Wait time they write.
All the stars that
Portfolio.
listen.
Wait time they write for top.
Listen, it doesn't matter.
No, you what time they gave you?
The red carpet they start at 7.
No, so they gave you 7. Ghana man, you go 8.
No. Listen, he's talking about listen. This is how I got to the red carpet. When I got there, I went to redeem my ticket and I walked to the event side. Nobody directed anything. I was just walking and I was scanning my ticket and I went inside.
Yeah.
When they had two spaces, right? When you get in, you go to the other side before you come to the red carpet. Right. So I went to that place and I came to the red carpet. That is what I did. Okay. And I'm telling you about my experience. Okay. The red carpet, of course, it wasn't chaotic as compared to last year. Right. It wasn't that much hot because I think there were AC and it was special. There were not a lot of people there. Even the media served and then cut up and things. But at the end of the day, still, there were some things that we experienced last year that repeated. That I feel like it's
so
already happened.
Okay.
You understand? On the red carpet, there has to be coordination. Yeah. There has to be like, bro, put me try interview TV3 kita camera try interview How is that supposed to be something that you are sitting here talking about?
And this is a concern that was raised last year.
And you are sitting here talking about S-class.
The first applause I gave them, right? It's not about the last week, bro. Don't make it seem like
because you promised your argument on S-class, and I'm telling you, that is flawed.
Okay, bro. But I admit, I throw in the towel. I connection. I was saying that.
S-class one.
I was talking about the level. That was to mean that the level of
enough of the S-class.
No, real one. Let me just say. Let me bear myself, please. Allegation come on
I'll
me.
give you the chance.
It's just direct. Make her do them right now. Make her see. It's not saying me I was giving any peculiar treatment. I'm saying that you people called that there should be conscious and very selective and intentional selection of people who should grace the red carpet. Yeah. And I said there was a comfortable provision made for all these people to be conveyed from the State House to the red carpet because there were 2 separate red carpet sessions. One for those who ideally need to be there, and one for any other journalist blogger who want to.
That is true.
Good. And see how they manage the congestion initially.
That is also true.
You could be in traffic for God knows how long just to get to your route. But here there was no congestion over there because
I was in traffic
because you were late.
I was
if you're in traffic, it's because it's a regular traffic. No, it's a regular traffic.
Who kind of crack?
No,
the politicians now criticize all kind of crack. All kind of crack.
They use the State House for
how can you no the fact that you see
there's a lot to be discussed.
I hate it when people project.
Bro, when the State House do this year, if you not applaud them, they go here.
Portfolio. He gave it to them, and he's saying.
Let me tell you something.
That even
his countenance make it look as if these people 20 says they're not the land, but this year you could see that
they're not the land. It's true.
Do you know what goes into it? You think it's a child's play?
That is why we expect them.
It's easy to criticize them to be there and be part of the production process. Bro, Charter House Force, give them not credit to. Don't give them flowers, give them a whole garden. Then force.
Let's Sheldon. There's a lot to discuss.
You production
from categories portfolio. Thank you.
See, even KSS production. You see the sweat right now just to produce this thing.
Moving forward.
No, man,
You see the juxtapositioning.
Guys, can we not do this?
What is your ability to hear?
No, it's okay. It's
You
okay.
sponsor me for my
What I'm
production.
saying that
They have the resources. Good. I have been in the video.
Sheldon,
I've been in the production business for 6. Bro.
and every time they improve, but you still have your shortcomings, right?
Listen.
However, we are all proud of the aesthetics. How aesthetically
26 years
pleasing.
of organizing award scheme, and this is what we get
Every time you
because
see
they put
improvement.
you for S class.
No, bro. Every other person.
You are a dishonest person.
You are dishonest.
Thank you so
You know what it
much.
takes to do.
It's okay.
Moving forward. Now, international collaboration of the year. So if you look at the category, we had the likes of Joe Metal featuring Sumisola, Baby, we had Ekelebe, Stoneboy, we had The Doing of the Lord, Continental, Kim Promise, we had Drip Remix, and then we had Jiggle and Wine.
Hey.
I bet there are second speech today by that in there.
Did you write that?
Yeah, so you wrote that second speech in advance.
Your man was reading some parliamentary hand sign.
No, do you know what I'm saying? It's not even in connection to Stoneboy. The fact that expectation was so high for Stoneboy.
It was.
Sheldon, I'll tell you one thing.
Okay, no problem.
Be grateful for that acceptance speech.
Oh,
No,
why?
and just be grateful. Later,
Why?
I will tell you.
Okay.
And you know what, Rampa?
Wait, he was trying to say
international collaboration there. Even the auditorium screamed Stoneboy.
Yeah.
And personally, okay, well, I'm not going to talk about mine, but then let me start from Sheldon. International collaboration of the year. Dinah Hamilton won.
Yeah.
Against, we had the likes
When
of
they
Stoneboy.
announced that Hamilton
Today is Sunday. Exactly. You know the go church.
Listen, no.
Yes,
No,
they're
I was going
doing
to say
all the
Dinah
Lord.
against
Stoneboy.
Stoneboy, when we had the whole crowd screaming Stoneboy. Now, what were your expectations?
Oh, me. Listen, me. I was not even worried about anything in that category. You know, they concern me like that. But the fact that the sentiment in the auditorium when the gospel artist won, so I said, yeah, most of us we are not going to heaven. Like we are for. But the thing is, people forget that when it comes to the church space, they have numbers.
Right.
They know how to mobilize.
Right.
If majority of the things that contribute to the whole thing, you being awarded as the artist or whatever, not be dependent on vote, they know how to mobilize.
Exactly.
So if it is a factor, they know how to move. It takes one pastor just to tell the congregant that go and vote for this
and
artist.
they will.
Also, they have numbers. Go and check the numbers for Dinah Hamilton. People they make it, they look like. See the fact that
The same people in the churches are the same
the
people
fact
in the
that you
class
have not
listening
paid,
to
the fact
Stoneboy.
that we have not paid attention to them, no, they mean say there is not an industry. They have
There
an
is.
industry. When you go to Dinah Hamilton's YouTube page, videos are averaging 1 million. Your rappers, the best rappers, are not getting it on YouTube and things. So they have numbers. They can make a case for themselves. So if they are like she has won that category, I don't see any problem with that.
Let's put votes aside.
Yeah.
Do you think she deserved it?
Oh, she featured the Nigerian artist.
Yes, Messi
No
Chiwo.
problem. Yeah.
So you think
yeah.
she
It was right.
Yeah, it was right.
Coca?
Yeah.
Didn't know. So deserving to know.
Ain't maybe say no. Obia deserve everybody in that category.
Once they have been nominated, they deserve it.
deserve to win. Listen.
What we forget
Listen, Coca. I know where
I
you're
had your
going
belt.
to. I know
Belt.
where you want to arrive at. Now,
Yeah.
I am asking this because
Yes.
we have all been on platforms where we all predicted. Coca, I sat here with you
Yes.
in the same studio.
Yes.
Okay, you had your own team. Maybe, sir, I am asking. Diana who person wafa no wafa.
That's it.
That is all I'm asking.
But
And
the,
you're- exactly,
the
so-
business of the game is voting. Omo no more them one no more can stone
Did
boy.
you vote?
Omo vote.
Who vote here?
Now me hwi ni ho.
Now who share him say Stoneboy be winning now?
Me
Who were
see
you
sa
expecting
category
to
no.
win?
Who
were you
Sa
expecting?
category no me hwi ni ho.
Okay, so you have no business there.
Me hwi ni
Then-
ho.
Portfolio.
Well, like
Collaboration.
yes,
International collaboration.
Ikelebe, right? Say Stoneboy here too.
Stoneboy nyami you know hono.
On the Jiggle and Wine.
Jiggle and Wine
I mean,
Ikelebe.
would you know the reason why I wanted Stoneboy to win was not only because I was vouching for him, because they will play the song like the spy on the spice,
Yeah.
and I had ladies sitting in
And
front of
guys,
me.
so you
I
were
think
looking
at
forward
least
to-
out of excitement, come back was one meniaji.
And no
I know Nana person winning.
So like even before the whole event, they knew Chim said you wanted him to win.
No, I wanted him to win. Obviously, he was my sure bet for that category. Now, international collaboration.
The
there's
mouth
nobody there.
speakers.
But what I'm saying
Abundance
is
of the
that
heart.
I
Yeah.
wanted
That
the
moment.
Jiggle and want to win so that
You
the
could
DJ
see
will
things.
play when somebody is going so that the girls will also things for us. But and let me also put this across as an event MC than countless weddings. Let me tell you, because we are doing an entertainment event, we are more fixated on the entertainment materials.
Yeah.
But then if you go to the grounds proper, especially me, my weddings, every wedding in 2024, the client or the lady, or mostly the bride, will tell you my entry to the aisle
Be that song.
That song.
It be true.
Base metrics. Then you can check the digital numbers and the impact of the song doing on the Nigerian chart. In fact, let me also blow your mind. There's this very validated chart metric house that did that. This song was actually the most played song from Ghana in Nigeria within that fraternity.
Yeah.
And even outwitting, I thought Asida was the most played for those persons, but I got to know that the doing of the Lord has even outweighed Asida on that. So I'm saying that the lenses that we used to look at these things and the disadvantage, I think, played out not in favor of Stonebwoy is because he had to, and there was place voting maybe.
Yeah.
The reason why they omitted Makuma.
No,
Let him finish.
So far as I say, Enya is really technical, and there's an element of popularity which constitutes 40% or 30%. Man, it means that Stonebwoy might have had split voting because if you talk about said person having two a year, then the potential when an like you say COVID me alpha. So I mean, but I'm saying that anyone who want to argue say when you deserve, is because he's operating within a space that's gospel. But if you go, so for some of us are born, we know that honestly
it deserves
dynamity. Especially last year, to tell you that even Nasi had the most numbers than all the artists of the year nominees last year, averaging 10 million views on YouTube when Stonebwoy and King
Nasi was averaging 10 million views.
And on YouTube alone, for one song, Asida.
What is
Asida one song?
Okay.
Almost 10 million. No one had
but average the strike, right?
Sorry,
You
I'm
nearing. Yeah.
No, as in
So you can't pick.
Sorry.
Or your house of propaganda.
No. But
I'm saying that
it be mathematics, bro.
No, but I'm saying that the metrics, the DSP metrics.
Yeah, it's not average.
No.
Video,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm saying that you would underestimate.
If you are saying average, it means
No, average is a strike across.
Yeah.
I was more particular about. But even selective DSPs that we revere or use in the metric calculation. So we have underestimated this gospel fraternity so much. But
that one is true.
They touch base with the people.
Yeah.
Well, and the fact that is religion.
Religion
is like cult.
Yeah.
I felt it was a Stonebwoy win.
You
To
felt?
the yes, to the point that we jiggle listen, with jiggle and wine. I thought it was because I've been analyzing. So the three voting blocks, who actually gave Dinah that majority vote. I've been thinking about it.
But academy, plenty because
yes, to the point that I felt and I now see best international collaboration. You get it.
So Vida, I'd want to talk about the fact there was this conversation not with Stonebwoy but with Kim Paluta's Makuma, and then somewhere in another category, not Stonebwoy had two songs. At the time, then it.
So the reason they gave was the exceptions had to do with the collaboration of the year and the best international collaboration of the year. So they gave their exceptions, and we fell within that, and best video, and we fell within that exception. So it was thumbs up for us. I mean, anybody who had two songs in one category, the two during the debate.
So we
were like, it was so good that it had to be appear twice.
Shouldn't be.
So they gave me an exclusive. I thought that's unspoken rule because when I wrote the petition to Charterhouse over the Makuma snob, when I wrote it, requesting for and demanding for answers why they snobbed Makuma, telling us about the same split voting that happened. So actually, they told me that the Bisakede case that we think is profane was actually not on base of profane. Bisa had two monster hits, brother, Mansa. And they couldn't have nominated both of them on the same category. But they had been said fucking now. So that had been the narrative. But then what we were not saying, they restored it at Kiddy's time, gave Kiddy 2 nominations for most popular tongue again. And Kiddy lost to Dana Hamilton, Dana Hamilton because of split voting. And they took the rule back. But they didn't tell us they have taken it. So we thought it was still there. And we drew one we feel we have been shortchanged. That is what I'm saying. Kim Paluta losing out on Artist of the Year from day one, we were shortchanged. Because one, nomination wise, he had the potential to be the highest nominee. He had the potential to win as well, all that. But that is not even the conversation. So I'm saying, say, by way of their work, I'm sure, say, when they made a session, they said, say, they didn't want to deny the people who have been featured on the song the shine of nomination. That is why you can do as many international.
But that one makes sense.
Yes, because
they are different personalities, not the same personality.
Yes, but I still know that it's split voting that disadvantaged Stonebwoy. But that's not to say
no. But if you look at the Pentecost voting,
okay, it's true.
The Pentecost voting is something we always downplay. Move away from the Pentecost, the charismatic movement, the Christendom. That numbers. Our people don't vote. Our people in they don't vote. They are sitting in the auditorium. They didn't vote. But there is this perception. So you know what they do? All the Christians do is they push themselves to ensure they get a nomination. Once they get a nomination, they vote. A announcement.
And they have strong representation in academic.
No, a announcement. I went to church. I can say, Mamu say. Closing day ni say you're checking do say
they actually for specifically for votes.
Oh no yeah jin crofo disika buy say oh mube here saying any
namu dey vote
mamu nye ni gidigidi munya ni nkakra. So it's a movement for they see it as a celebration for the Christendom for them.
Okay.
So if you sit there now we go win now
because Vida organized voting party.
I didn't organize voting party.
No, I'm not saying.
Let me tell. We did the Beam Fan Games.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
What voting party?
You posted on your WhatsApp.
Where? Proof.
Who receipts? Who you are legis must prove.
Listen, Sheldon.
So while we're waiting
what we did.
Let's do that. It's not voting party, so he has to.
He will throw in the towel right now. What 2 towels throughout the year? We throwing towels here. What we organized was a Beam Fan Games. The fan bases coming together for games.
And you suggested
no, just portfolio.
So whilst we're waiting for portfolio to
wait. Sheldon, I'll join you. He's a very dishonest person. You are very dishonest.
They will be used against you.
Alright, so let's look at the artist of the year, which is the most talked about. So we had Kim Promise, Stonebwoy, Black Sheriff, Kweku Smoke, Team Eternity, Kim Paluta, and then I think Joe Metal.
Yes,
I got it right. Okay, so the most talked about artists that people really thought they were going to win, like it's between these 3 people, was Stonebwoy, Kim Promise, and then Kim Paluta. But along the line, it became 2. Even when you get to Circle, there is a banner there that has these 3 people on it.
Hey,
but
I never saw it. Right.
It is there.
Shout out
and
to them.
from the whole Billboard thing, they made it so obvious that this is the artist that is going to win. Kim Promise was bigger. Stonebwoy was there.
Engineered by this studio.
Okay.
Digital engineered by this studio.
Let me land.
So
let me just land. So let me just land. Let me land. So it had Kim Promise. It was so obvious. So a lot of people yesterday, even on Accra FM, a lot of them were like,
why you make some money and not Schwarzenegger?
But that's not what we're talking about.
Similar to what I saw.
But portfolio.
No, this is similar to what I saw.
Waiting for you to prove what you said, and then you
can we get the receipt of what you were saying?
So, but I'll prove the first receipt.
Today, nobody's interested in my own.
This is similar to what I saw.
Two agenda.
They put Kim Promise very big, and it had Kim Paluta and then Stonebwoy
because
here.
I was doing PR work for him. What do you think we were doing?
That is admittance.
Yes, but
okay.
This is not the first time I'm telling you.
Okay, so as I was saying, it was these 3 people.
Bring the
voting party thing you said.
Me team sheet no way. Team a couple boys. Anyway, you are the
Okay, so as I was saying, there were 3 people.
No, please
allow. Okay, so there were 3 people on the banner or the flyer, which was Kim Promise, Stonebwoy, and then Kim Paluta. Let me land, Cook, allow me. So the conversation was around these 3 people. But along the line, coming to like 10th of May, the conversation changed to 2 people. which was Stonebwoy and then King Promise. Madam Vida, am I lying? The conversation was just between these two people. It got to a point that King Paluta dropped. Like he wasn't even putting in. He wasn't putting in energy.
That disrespects the role I have played and
the guy didn't even acknowledge you. He didn't even acknowledge you.
I don't know. Okay, for acknowledgement, let me also big up Stonebwoy. Thanks, Stonebwoy. Anytime we'll be here. No, acknowledgement come in different form. But the one Stonebwoy did for me was on a different level. It's part of my.
But Paluta mounted the podium. He could have done same for you.
Paluta.
So you said
you don't know the conversation we have. Disrespect to tell me.
Okay.
Okay. Now we catch him say do baby.
No, maybe you did the work.
At a point in time, me and I have me say I say Battle of the Kings. Want to say Battle of the Kings.
I'm telling you.
So still on the aftermath of TGMA 26. This year has proven to be one very competitive one in the whole history of the Ghana Music Awards. Okay. So this is the only year that we have had even distribution of awards. I'll say it that way. And so in the past years, you have an artist picking over 6, 5, 7 awards. Yes, because last year Stonebwoy took home 7 awards. But this year, the highest any artist took home was just 3. Tells how competitive this year's awards has been. Any artist would testify to the fact that this year, talk about how, now let me take this conversation. I have Vida here, I still have Portfolio here. PR, I see that you guys, okay, contributed to this. Do you agree with me? You contributed to bringing up this whole competition. Oh yes, you did, because it was after you guys came out.
Your microphone.
It was after them talking about you.
I'm starstruck.
Talking about Portfolio and the rest. Okay,
Ice cream seller.
Well, I feel it's one of the biggest flex that we have now. Well, at a point in time, emotions were attached, but we got to mature through the process. That no, I mean, it's not that deep. I said sometimes I seem. There was time I was even personalizing it with Vida, but thinking through, I felt, oh, Charlie, I didn't get that deep. I mean, let's live life. But I'm glad that, I mean, let me walk chest up and shoulder. I make her do myself hunger. I'm glad that people have constantly credited me for. I mean. Shout out to the Table of Men. They started for the gospel artists, but from the secular side, I think
that table will better.
Yeah, if it's
anyhow,
broken,
they started something.
Yeah, but I think people have credited me for pioneering this kind of culture. That I think I'm glad that at least I've inked myself into the history book for that agenda, and it's being continued by very, very respectable people. But sometimes for us, we did it because we have passion for it and we do it effortlessly. But people like Vida coming in who have the academic license to do this professionally also adds another flavor and face to the whole thing. So we are glad that we've started a culture that is going to register a seat in our pop culture space. And I'm looking forward to people growing interest in PR now, and the fact that artists also knowing that this is also an integral part that has to be an intrinsic thing that should be part of the agenda settings. Whether you like it or yes, hard work aside, you need conscious agenda settings.
Right.
For a bit, and that is where the industry is politics now. In politics, PR is part of shaping narrative on it. So I'm glad that at least we have started a culture that will be a norm now, and we take the compliments.
And I think adding up to what you said, I think aside setting agendas, okay, I think that PR comes to helping communicating well with the public, okay, getting them to understand what your the message you're sending across, clarity. PR does
and in all this,
but I have issues with how the whole PR system went around.
What's your issue?
Okay.
So you need to have your comms. Then a PR become one of the tools under the comms. But you don't get up and start ranting and denigrating your fellow people.
We learn through the process.
No, hold on. Yeah. We are not trying to lambast or anything. We need to let people know so that should anybody even venture there, you should know that there are ethics to it. Right. You should know that you don't denigrate artists, you don't denigrate your fellow person. You need to stick. And in creative work, you don't attack certain things. There are certain things you don't even go there because you take you devalue the work. And these are signs that happen. And I hope this unhealthy relationships and things, maturity will come to play.
Exactly.
And go back.
And also, so one clarity that must be given is every stage we featured or every platform we featured had their theme of the discussion. Some gave us the allowance to also punch on the weakness of the other artists. And we perhaps went out of the way to abuse them. That one we admit.
Yeah.
But that is not to say we are intentional about spitting or rubbishing on the work of other artists. But the template of the discussion gave us room to hammer on the weakness of other artists, and perhaps people abused it. But in all this, like, we love the feedback. It's been cocktail of feedback. Some good, some criticisms and all that. That shapes us. And so moving forward, we'll do it differently. But I'm glad that at least the culture has come to stay. So
Vida, do you think it was unhealthy?
On my part, I don't think so. I mean, we made the discussions issue based, and for me, I have a distinguishing role aside the others. I'm a head of PR for Benetton Music Group, so anything I do, any decision I take, whatever I say, I take recourse to how it's going to impact on the brand that I represent. These two were purposely for TGMA. They can say whatever they want to say, and they are off the hook. But for me, I have a brand to protect. So I always have that at the back of my mind. Right. And I also feel a little uncomfortable if Portfolio or any of us want to take all the credits. There's been a host of people speaking for artists in this country. Even if it wasn't official, they were seen as the reps for these artists. Even some of the artists do the PR themselves because they have the time to pick up phones and speak to issues as and when they happen. But for a very long time, we've been advocating for professionals to be in the game. The same way that when you make your money, you take it to a professional banker. When you have issues, you take it to a lawyer. Why not have somebody who has the skill, the capacity to speak? All that we do is to throw light. But some level of speech can throw darkness instead of the light. So once you engage a professional, that works. So kudos to the Benetton Music Group for taking that initiative. And I hope that other people will also follow suit. With the recognition, I felt probably Charterhouse could have even invited us to, be award presenters, like present an award.
Because you gave value to the award this year.
Yes. It looks as if even though we didn't get that endorsement from them saying, thumbs up to what is being done, giving us the opportunity to present an award, give a speech, let people know that even in Ghana, something of this sort was practiced in this year, and it gave a little interest. Because who would have thought that music promotion will move from studios to a washing bay? It took one guy to change that narrative. Davido bought into it. He fell into it, and it's riding. Only God knows the number of artists who are consulting the guy to sing their songs. You get it. So it would have been very decent to say, you guys helped. The same way that you carry those ladies from the pageants and those other ones. I mean, give us one spotlight.
Probably they are going to do it next year.
Next year, the dynamics may change. It may not be needed to have or in panel PR speaking, depending on whose works are in circulation, and it might not be the same. So it can be a one-off. But let it be on record that there were 3 people holding the fort when even some of the artists didn't want to, talk about it. So it would have been nice. Portfolio would have given a very short speech about PR. I would have said something also, and then we present the award, and that's it.
And Vera, to add to that, let me also thank Stoneboy for amplifying this. I think what he did for me last year is one of the things that brought some lenses on this whole thing. And I appreciate him for that 1-minute spotlight he gave me on the TGMA stage, acknowledging my effort in him winning the Artist of the Year. It's still, like I always say, remain one of my biggest flex in the industry. So thank you, Stoneboy, wherever you are. I do appreciate that. It's forever grateful to you.
I'll go further to say we need to appreciate women. Because our music space, we really, really don't get enough women in that space. But for 2 amazing ladies to be, championing this thing and taking the conversation to a different level, we should amplify it and say
exactly.
that,
We need applause for that.
as a woman, identify opportunities and then pick it up, and the system will help you. But in all things, just also rely.
Coca, before I add, before I you conclude, I want to add that most of the attacks we get online with regards to this job is body shaming.
That was where I wanted to. I mean, take it from because
constantly I've been attacked by people who want me to get big buttocks.
This is you. BBL is a no.
There's a reason why Nyankopon adwene na wo yi trim ne yentimi mpompe mane nye yiu. Said the born on a sanity. Inti se me need to kese na me wa adwene kese a. Allow me to function.
You get here.
Inti senke eye kwa. Nanki ye be wo pane de wa adwene mane eye kese. Said ye de wo to no. What must I say? So I'm encouraging the ladies.
Do they get to you? This shows
never. Hey, my cheeks.
And never think about them like
it's because of how I am defining a beauty standards. What must I say? First,
on the
internet, media. Who are where mua utimidi front to my effort. Who mama utimidi here dancing crying effort. So and how the only place I want to pump is my brains with reading good books. Let me boom juma. But say ube me ko inflate me to make sense. A 20 nyansa no distance in the cry kwanwa.
Before I do
it's how na vida compared to I see people almost edit your photo. Said they in my photos. That is how when you see me, I look. It's as simple as that. Me did imagine ho. It's enough for me. Me pese me did me to. So please,
but you guys really did well.
Yeah,
you really did well. Tilly, yourself, portfolio. You really made conversations around this whole TGMAs. It would have been just the normal vibe thing, but this 2025, it was so massive, and you got lots of Ghanaians talking about it because on the usual it's just the normal one. We can even predict this artist is winning, that artist is winning. But you guys, and there were lots of things most people didn't know about the artists. There were lots of things,
exactly,
a lot. Personally, there were one or two things I didn't even know about some of the artists, but then through this whole PR thing, we've gone to know this. Why you guys did
I think I support you on that.
If you are an artist and you think next year you want to be in the game, these are the people. This is the platform. Get in touch with the right people. Let them help you push your song. And it's about investment and availability of your craft. If you sit in your homes and you think somebody will help you, we want to see you be in any of the categories next year. So hit the people here. Let them help you. And I'm free. All
right. So quickly, I'm going to run through the rest of
before you run through. They should know that having a PR is a necessity.
Oh yes,
you so need it. Some artists feel they can do everything on their own. Oh, I'm good, I'm there. But they communicate to us more than you do. Just be there and cook the music and serve us.
And PR is also not just about picking anybody because they're part of your team. Where they've been loyal from day one. You need a professional,
more like an artist,
somebody who understands what
coming
goes
for an
into
interview. You ask him, "Are you under any management team?" Like, "Oh, I have a team." Are you under any management? I have a team. Not that. Get a PR or
exactly.
Someone that can help you build your brand.
Exactly.
All right. So that being said, best music video, Stonebwoy won that with the song JJJ, and then also international collaboration of the year. We already talked about that. The Doing of the Lord, Dana Hamilton featuring Mercy Chinwo, collaboration of the year. Kiddy Black Sheriff Lomo Lomo. Best Afropop song, Kim Promise won that with the song Paris. Best Afrobeats Afropop artist of the year, also Kim Promise won that. Best High Life artist of the year was Familia. And then best album or the EP of the year also went to Kim Promise, True to Self album. Best new artist, Bees Trap. Yes, so Bees Trap won that. And then best hip hop artist of the year went to Kweku Smoke. Best Afrobeat song of the year, Olive the Boy with the song Asylum. And best hip hop song, Kweku Smoke with the song Holy Ghost. Best rap performance, Kweku Smoke with the same Holy Ghost. I see the Holy Ghost was really with Kweku Smoke. No, and the Kweku Smoke. Exactly. Senya, Stoneboy Subo pray and I pray and then no. I think it's high time the artists start relating with the word of God. Psalm 23 did a lot in there. And you know, say, Yamian Semno is just the way to go. Yes. So, talking about Nyame Asemno, best male vocal performance, we had Joe Metal with Obawomba. Best female vocal performance, Esther Goodwill, I choose to praise. Personally, I am happy for her that she won that award. And then Hip Life Song of the Year, Tulane K featuring Bees Trap, Bad Feeling. High Life Song of the Year, Kimpaluta with Aseda. Songwriter of the Year, Kofi Kenata with the song Saman. And then Telly's most popular song of the year, Kimpaluta Aseda. I know if I should ask Vida, I mean, say, Wabeka se Jeju Jenny be winning. Portfolio so believes and the artist no deserves that award. Now, Eri, do you think Kimpaluta really deserved it?
The man you son deserve wafa.
Wusha nanke was offer.
You fanko.
Kumuno. Where sure.
When was the last time I who and you ma? Just say a year big ama a free ne fraternity mu. Eko invade wo Christian fraternity mu ma enunti.
O deserve it.
No was here throwing who letter every can letters. Say see the new more sorry them ya e be gugu jo metal na e
na yes na show letter the comma Catholic headquarters. It was directed.
O deserve it.
Anyway, so moving from that, best reggae dancehall song of the year, Stoneboy.
For the 10th time.
And of course, it would take a lot. Media for any artist that was sharing so will be compete to win that award someday, no.
And all the potentials are Stoneboy's strategies. I see Larusso making episodes.
And so they need to put in a lot of work.
And then, you know, it's the same lineage.
Exactly, into, you know.
And then so, there's a gentleman, Tony Datz. He's also coming up.
The best reggae dancehall song of the year, Stoneboy with the song Sound 23. Best gospel artist of the year, Joe Metal. Best urban contemporary gospel song of the year, Defe Team Eternity. Best traditional gospel song of the year.
That's my favorite.
Performance was stunning.
Yes. Performance. Yesterday, Empress is a performer. Yeah. She did it, and I'll give it to her. Now to the artist of the year. A lot of conversations around that category. People think that whoever won that artist, that category, won out of sympathy and what, because if we are really going to go back to year under review and look at who did what, and Yankayem Fama, no, others are also so insane. Whoever won that category, no, what the net to talk in Paluta, who stone is stone into the fan into chance. I say, see, who more crania the mobia, it should have been given to King Paluta portfolio. Your take on that artist of the year?
Paluta wearing the crown. I don't think anyone will say based on sympathy lines. That word is flawed. This is a gentleman who...
No, so please, I didn't say that Paluta won out of... Paluta didn't win.
No, I'm saying
there's a conversations
of sympathy.
Exactly.
On Kim Promise.
Kim Promise. Oh, yes, on the side of Kim Promise.
I don't believe so. In fact, I have always, in a way, felt threatened
by Kim Promise, but you never felt threatened by Stoneboy.
Oh no, it's not. No, I have said that. No, because of that narrative.
Okay.
The narrative that.
So between Stoneboy and Kim Promise, who was your competitor? Who would you call a competitor between the two?
No, do you know if Stoneboy had won, it wouldn't be news.
Okay, so you admit that Stoneboy is like. As the king, but he
step on my side. You see, with the Battle of the Kings, and he gave us headache. In fact, if you see, that is why I will never in any way argue about his artist of the year crown because the gentleman, at least for the fact that he exported our music to places that seemingly impossible to penetrate.
Right.
Now I give him props for that. That one day he had upper hand, and I think it's about that time when he was able to invade the territories and all that. We were concerned that moving forward, we should not make it a norm that people will concentrate on the international market and not touch base with their people. So maybe the next time he should make sure he's not growing out of
the international, like the international market.
In quote international. There's a slang,
like
Akata for slang.
Okay.
Akata for international. You're hype man,
Sorry.
So
A hype woman.
A hype woman. Sorry, sorry, I forgot. Sorry, pardon me. So I'm saying that can promise. I think so moving forward, he should know that there are a lot of untapped market that still want to experience him. And so I am on fat and sure that notwithstanding, I think say Ojuma, this gentleman has been on the road. And I feel say, I mean, even he was one of the, I think Stoneboy Cry will be happy seeing him take over because he's one of the people Stoneboy empowered at his early stage in his career.
Right.
There's receipt to it. Right. And so it's not about that. But I'm glad that I am able to put Paluta in the top conversation. It's a big flex for me. We are talking about an excellent and a flawless artist like Stoneboy, who has paid his legendary, seated and rooted. And Kim Promise, who is now the poster boy, one of the poster boys, African Afrobeat. And Paluta is in the conversation outside Accra. He forced, the gentleman forced. And so I feel that notwithstanding, I'm proud of where we were able to position Paluta top of mind awareness in the conversation. But I still can promise it's well deserved. I mean, Stoneboy can bring only of the three in Ubia, not Ubia, Albert Winibia, yen debating. So that's why it's coming with less controversy. It would have come with less controversy if Stoneboy had won. It would have come with less controversy if can promise winning than Paluta
Right,
as well.
so by then wrapping up.
Okay. Me. I congratulated Kim Promise on my Facebook wall.
Right.
And I added an advice note. And that was for him to stay consistent.
Right.
And I added that at least we have shown how it's done. Go check my wall. There's a lot of insults for what I said. And maybe someone said, Brofono na. Because if I say stay consistent, there's a difference between that and saying be consistent. I said stay.
Because it
means there's an appreciable level of consistency that you willed. There's an consistent where you may be a may show come din say Koswana because for a very long time it was hard to have artists win subsequent year and also remain in the conversations the following year. And Stoneboy did that.
Right.
So we want that tradition to also go on. Also encourage other stars that it is okay to win and win again. That is why I was staging my campaign on the fact that let us reward hard work and consistency in the game. Today you have won. Guess who tomorrow? Rebecca Chen is so you don't deserve to win again. It will be you.
Right.
How would you feel?
How would you feel about that?
Also, that is the narrative.
I am saying that we wanted to do away with that seeming opinion, public, not too expensive opinion. That wajibi tonhono bi and I also a penny and krane banner. Penny no being a bidder, but about Friday say obi a be pain. It is a sequence na kono. And people are excited, jubilating, exciting, omudi matem, insulting me here and there. Ask yourself, when that phrase wajibida comes on again, who artists now also they also on the strong onu na yede beto ne kom say wajibi nti twe ho no bi so nye den embra
said that this year me person me say GMC hype man of the year no be anka bi anche
this year me jaw but next year they can who say wo ba and be to what so guys this is how we wrap up on today's
just
episode.
Something little to top it up. Stoneboy will be in Ethiopia on Tuesday.
Okay.
Music Beyond Borders Conference 2015. He has been called upon to speak at the 2-day conference in Ethiopia.
Wow.
So if you have any Beam fans in Ethiopia, just watch out for the Vanguard, the Torture, the General. He's going to feature.
General.
We'll give you insightful conversations about the music and the business attached to it as well.
Right. So to all the Beam lovers, Stonebwoy is going to be in Ethiopia. So if you happen to find yourself there, do well to be a part of it. And I know you would love it. Guys, this is how we wrap up today's episode of the show. Today has been very interesting. The agreements, the disagreements, the bants, the rants, all makes up the show. I did this not alone, but with my sister, highest every Nana Ekia Epienima. My name is Nana Amafuswa, call me Her Excellency. And we're out.